Hello, audience. My name is Dawson. His name is Justin.
Hello.
And welcome to episode 4 of the DC podcast. Today, we watched season 3, episode 3 of The Flash. This one is called Magenta. The synopsis is Wells asks Barry and Caitlin to talk to Jesse out of using her speedster powers. Magenta uses her powers to control metal to terrorize the city. Kind of weird synopsis, but that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to say first off before we actually get into talking about the episode is I had no clue Joey King was going to be Magenta until last night.
I don't know who that is.
She's an actress. She played Magenta. And I was just scrolling through my Instagram. I saw her post, and it was her as Magenta. Then Daniel Pennenbaker also uploaded something on Instagram saying that it was a privilege to work with Joey, that she did a great job, and I was like, holy shit, I have not seen her in a long time, and it's good to see her back, and she did fairly well in this episode.
No wonder I don't know about her. She was in White House Down and not Olympus Has Fallen.
I'm eating ice cream, by the way, also.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry if you hear me eating. She was also in like Ramona and Beezus with Selena Gomez.
Was she the little girl?
Yeah.
That was forever ago. God damn.
Yeah, she's our age now. Maybe. Yeah, she's our age now. But yeah, so today's episode, Magenta. What did you think about it, Justin?
Overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. It was kind of like a meta of the week episode, while also moving the plot forward. It was
Dealing
really
with
nice.
Flashpoint.
Yeah, it was really nice seeing Wells again, and he said he's going to stick around for at least a few more episodes, pretty much. Seeing Jessie Quick was cool, seeing her again, but this time she has her powers. And I'm not against having multiple speedsters on the show, since 90% of the characters that are related to Flash in any way are speedsters, whether they're good or bad. So I'm not against having a couple running around on the show, even if like one's only like for a few episodes. Because seeing her get her powers and towards the end of the episode getting her suit, it was cool to see. And they moved forward the little narrative that Wally's having about his having no powers complex, where he's like, Jesse just got her powers, so he's jealous of that, and seeing Barry running around everywhere, he's getting jealous of that. He's having dreams of the Flashpoint universe where he was the Flash, so he's getting there.
Yep.
So I think last week you said that like you thought he was going to go to Dr. Alchemy to try to get his powers, and I didn't really think so. But this week we saw him step in the street and almost get hit by a car to try to get his powers.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
now believe that he will be going to Alchemy to get his powers, or Alchemy might come to him. Either way.
Something.
Yeah, but I'm now on your side in that conversation. That was pretty much most of the main points of the episode. Of course, Magenta was there. She was trying to kill her foster father because he was a dick, abusive dick. Which I mean, it's hard to say somebody deserves to die, but he was just an asshole. But he's going to jail, so it's okay. One thing I want to touch on is we saw Dr. Alchemy go and kill the last guy, who's the rival. I forgot his actual name besides the rival, but he killed the rival, basically. So I'm wondering if he'll go and try to kill Magenta, or maybe succeed in killing her. Because that seems to be what he does if somebody fails. So I'm wondering if she'll pop back up again in a future episode.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
She
She's a
will.
cool character.
And Barry will help her out. And probably by that point, we will. Cause I'm assuming that Alchemy will be our villain for this season.
That's how setting it up.
So there's a bunch more people that were affected by the Flashpoint, and it seems like, I believe by that point, we'll probably Caitlin will probably be outed. that she has powers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Cisco will have his gauntlets built up. Maybe Wally will have his speed. Jesse will, be more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she will gain control of Magenta, and maybe there'll be a cool battle at the end. If all goes to plan, that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
would be cool to see like them have like their little like an army of, like good metas, possibly taking on like Dark Alchemy's army of bad ones. I think that'd be
mhm.
cool, like end of the season kind of fight.
I mean, remember at the end of, I remember right at the end of season 2 with Zoom, there's that whole room full of metas.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they go? There was like an entire room full of metas that were ready to be bad, and I don't know if the Flashpoint messed that up or what, but there's potentially quite a few metas, meta of the week coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few that I would like to see.
I do.
Anything else?
I like episodes that's progressing plot because those are necessary to do a show because you need the plot to go forward to reach an ending. But I also do like basically the meta of the week episodes. Basically, it's like take a break from plot, like advancing the plot, and just like here's the bad guy, let's kick his ass. I like
Yeah.
those episodes too, and I hope we get some of those coming up because these first 3 episodes are pretty plot heavy.
Mm.
What do you think of everything overall in this episode?
Strong episode.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it quite a lot, actually. I felt it felt like a strong episode. Characters were well developed. They didn't put a lot of emphasis on. I mean, they talked about Flashpoint, but they didn't like show in your face that, oh, Flashpoint, whatever. They like before, like season 1, it was, you gotta get faster, gotta get faster, and then it was like, I gotta see my mom. Like they're not like trying to shove it down your throat.
Mm.
At least in
Of
this
course, they'll bring
episode.
it up when things are different, like the whole like speed training room that wasn't there before. They had to
Yeah.
say like, oh yeah, it's here because Flashpoint, but they're
Mhm.
not shoving it in your face like, oh, everybody's different because of Flashpoint. Let's figure out what everybody's different about. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's nice that they're. I mean, of course they'll bring it up because that's like the biggest point of the season.
Mhm.
But I'm glad it's not being shoved into your face every
Mhm.
minute of every episode.
Mhm.
I just like to say that these first 3 episodes have been incredibly strong, and I hope they stay this way. Of course, the first episode, there was a lot of mixed feelings about it, but I still feel like it was a strong episode because it still advanced the plot and basically created Dr. Alchemy. And last episode was also a really good episode because it taught Barry not to fuck with timeline anymore. And this episode is just a strong episode just for this character development.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
And I hope that it continues to continues to go strong, like in the upcoming episodes, because there's cool characters popping up in the upcoming episodes.
Mhm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
I am actually forcing Jesse Quick. I didn't think we were going to see all these speedsters so quick.
Hmm.
Because how long will the show last? I don't know. So shoving all the important characters all at once, I felt it was going a little too quick. But seeing Jessie and seeing her, want this, so bad, seeing the dynamic between her and her dad, and that was really nice, and it taught Wells a lesson. Also, it's not where it feels good that it's not just Barry needing to learn lessons. I mean, this is a team. That everybody makes mistakes. And it felt good, Caitlin kind of telling Wells, you need to be there for her because all you're doing is pushing her away instead of, pulling her in like you want to, accept who she is now and just move on
Mm-hmm.
and let her be who she's gonna be, and maybe take a safer route than they did with Barry. Barry just kind of jumped right into it. But I liked her. I want to see her costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not the costume that she usually has. Um, but I do want to see this one because it does just look like a female version of Barry's suit, which
With a black emblem, which is cool.
which I kind of dig. One thing that I thought was just like super ridiculous, but I also really liked, was when Wally was like, thank you for telling me how you got your powers, which was jumping in front of a car, or not jumping in front of a car was coming at Jessie,
Mm-hmm.
and everything slowed down, and, her speed was activated. And then Wally just waltzes out in the middle of the fucking street in front of a car, and just stands there like it's gonna help him. And I just felt like that was a very human moment, a very human error-filled moment of like greed.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. And then she saves him, um, which I liked. And yeah, I mean, it was a very strong episode. I also liked, having, Barry and Iris start dating now. And I don't know if it won't go smoothly, because they are early on in their relationship. But I do like that dynamic. I like, Barry is saying to her, we're trying to be the Barry and Iris before I became the Flash, and that's not working out. We're trying to pretend to be people that we're not.
Mm.
So let me be the Flash, and you be Iris, and this will work out better. And he took her to the first spot that they kissed in a previous timeline.
I honestly didn't even realize where that place was. I just thought it was a nice place to look overlooking the water. But now you mentioned that, I remember now.
Yeah. I thought that was sweet. He had, string lights everywhere, which was fun, and then of course he had to leave because he's the Flash. I liked. I hate to call him Draco Malfoy, but that's the name I know him by.
Mm-hmm.
But I like him in this episode. He was very in and out, quick. I feel like they're building up his character for something, whether he finds out who Barry is, or he starts working with Dr. Alchemy, or if he joins Barry's side. I don't know what they're planning with this character, because I don't know much about his character. But it was a very slow build in this episode. He was in and out. Probably overall he has like 2 minutes of screen time.
He almost died.
Yeah. He almost died because he called out a metahuman. I thought that Joey King did a pretty good job as Magenta. They focused on her. Not too much. It wasn't like an overbearing thing, and that was nice. She had her own motive, and it was good kind of cutting back to her, seeing what she's up to. Then finally at the end, having Barry doing the whole wind tunnel thing, the figure 8 wind tunnel, trying to keep up the tanker. Or what was it? Was it a tanker? Did they call it a tanker?
Yeah, tanker.
Trying to keep up the tanker. But he, can only keep it up so long, and, she's still down there. No one's gonna, fight her. So then they send in Jessie, which was fun, seeing her, take over the tanker, and he, goes and calms her down. And I like the special effects in this episode too. The tanker looked really good for the CW budget.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the car flip looked really good. I like the way one of the things I really like is like eye changing when the eye changes, and
really
that
cool.
was really good. That's one of the things I really like about Supernatural is all the eye changing. I really like that, and they did it good in this episode. And I thought her motive was strong. If someone who's abusing me, that was supposed to love me.
And apparently she was already fighting with like MPD beforehand, or
Yeah.
some kind of mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
So her having a meta inside her head basically was not helping.
Uh-uh. I just thought overall it was a fairly strong episode with a few here and there. I was kind of like, okay, like hearing Wells, not all the time. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, all
They're
right.
trying to make a character that's pretty serious. They're trying to throw a little bit of comedy in there because it is still a sort of light show at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So it
but
can't be completely serious.
it was just super cheeseball, and I was just like, okay, I see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make Wells' character more lighthearted, and that's fine. But it was super cheesy, and just luckily they were kind of few and far between. Thankfully, not luckily. Thankfully that they were few and far between. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have much to complain about. I just thought that, the points that were kind of silly, I'm glad you also feel it were kind of silly.
Mhm.
I thought it was stupid that Wally jumped out in front of the car. But
Yeah, it's
anybody would.
understandable because he seems like he's getting kind of desperate.
Oh, yeah, but anybody would.
Yeah.
Or not anybody would, but, seeing him in circumstance, wanting the power so bad, then hearing Jesse say, oh, yeah, all I do is, jump in front of a car.
And she was really hoping that he got his power at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
so she wants him to have powers. He wants to have powers.
Yeah.
It's like, basically, they're the two that want to have powers. Nobody else wants them to have powers.
Yeah. And I like their slow build to like a romance. Because they're around the same age. Usually Wally is the young kid, and Jesse's kind of older, but now they're at the same age. So I kind of like that romance. And like I said, in the past I have been against having so many speedsters at once. But it's growing on me now.
It feels like it's working out better than it has before. Like when they tried throwing a trajectory in there, that didn't work out, which is why she died in the same episode. So,
yeah.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. This time, because they're good plot points in the season at least, or at least they feel like they're going to be good plot points. I feel like it's going to work out better than it has with previous speedsters.
One thing I really don't like though is that they killed Rivals so soon.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my thoughts and opinions on him in past episodes of the podcast. But I still wanted a speedster villain out there.
I mean, Reverse Flash is still alive, so he's out there.
Yeah, but
he's kind of with the Legion of Doom, but he's still
Legion
out
of
there.
Doom in the past. But having him just killed so easily, and just he's dead. And by who? Was it Alchemy?
Yeah. He was saying Alchemy before he died, so I think it was.
He could be saying. I mean, I could be saying your name before I die, but it could be somebody else.
Fair enough.
He could have thought it was Alchemy because Alchemy kind of, he might have threatened them. I'm pretty sure it was Alchemy that killed him because he didn't fulfill whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it would be kind of stupid to kill off your army so soon because they didn't fulfill their own deeds. Like nothing for you. Like Alchemy, it seems like he's just trying to build an army and he's letting his army do what they want to do until they need him or until he needs them. But to kill him because I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just feel like they killed him off too soon, and I don't know if they're gonna bring him back.
Bringing back from the dead. They already brought back one character from the dead one time, like in season 1. They could do it again, but I don't think they really need to bring him back from the dead.
Do we really need Cisco? Honestly.
Honestly, yes.
Honestly, no. But yeah, it was a fine episode. They all did their parts. It was it was short, sweet, got to the points, hit the points that it wanted to hit, and they hit them pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a strong, metahuman of the week episode. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Any last thoughts for you?
I'm just excited for next week because next week we're getting Mirror Master.
Oh yeah,
So
that was a good.
I was dumb and I closed out of the tab right as the preview for next week started because I completely forgot about it. But Mirror Master, of course, is one of the Flash's biggest enemies, or at least most well known. Everyone knows Mirror Master.
Sure.
I mean, he's not one of his biggest enemies. He's not the same as like Captain Cold. Like people know him.
He's a very gimmicky.
Yeah. So I
character.
am excited to see what happens with him within the show.
Did you get to watch the preview afterwards?
I completely forgot about it. I just closed out the tab.
I know, but you didn't watch it afterwards.
No, I'll look it back up after.
There's a pretty funny scene where Barry is locked in a mirror, more or less, and Iris is there, and she's like, "Does this mirror make my butt look big?" And Barry's just like, "Come the fuck on, get me out!" So there's a little bit of comedy in the episode, but yeah, it looked pretty cool what I saw. And I'm also looking forward to seeing Mirror Master.
Yeah. So overall, good week. Seems like it's going to be good moving forward. I mean, every show has their bumps, but I think this season will probably be the strongest so far. Which is weird because, like, season 3 is when Arrow started to, like, fall off and not be that good anymore. But season 3 of Flash is appearing to be the strongest season so far. So, things are changing and things are good.
We can hope.
We can only hope. So that's it for you, Dawson?
Yeah.
That's it for me too, so thank you all for watching. Let us know down below what you think of this week's episode of The Flash. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, guys, we'll see y'all then.
Bye.